Well, joining me now from Durham in the United Kingdom is Thom Brooks. He's a professor of law and government at Durham University to discuss more on this. Thom, thank you very much for your time this evening. So what's the process then of finding a replacement here?
Well, the process here is that President Barack Obama must nominate someone to take Antonin Scalia's place. And then what will happen is the Senate will essentially interview that candidate, and there will be a vote in the Senate as to whether or not this person will be confirmed. So only the president can nominate, but only the Senate can confirm the person in place. And the problem here is the Democrats hold the White House. Obama is a Democrat, but the Republicans hold the Senate. So there's a clear clash waiting to happen.
So what will happen if there's a stalemate?
Well, there's often some disagreement between the two sides on, there's been battles before between the president and the Senate. Perhaps famously, there was a candidate that Ronald Reagan had wanted on the Supreme Court prior to Scalia called Robert Bork, who proved too controversial and was rejected. But typically, most candidates, most nominees ultimately do make it through, although most people that are nominated tend to be people the president thinks can win sufficient support across both sides. What's unique about right now is not that you have a president in the last year or so of office nominating someone. Reagan had done that. What's new here is the Republican race has become so very bitter and aggressive that they have kind of taken things further, claiming that somehow Obama doesn't have some right to nominate the next person, which is really unheard of. There's nothing in the Constitution that says that. There is absolutely no precedent. So there may well be a bit of a standoff. I don't know if it will last the year, because of course, while the new president will be elected in November in the United States, that person doesn't actually take office till January. So you're talking a full year, and that would be unprecedented kind of wait.
So you envisage that Obama will be able to get his man or woman through, whoever that may be?
I think so. I think he certainly will. However, I think there's going to be an awful lot of, we'll say, a lot of grief given at the president, especially from these Republican hopefuls who are all trying to set out the stall, right? The Republicans have been very disappointed to have won the White House twice with Obama. There's a real push right now to win later this year, November, and they're making this an election issue. Usually the Supreme Court is not a big topic for the election campaign. But what makes this very different is that the court has been divided, this 9 people, in several 5-4 decisions, 5 conservative justices siding against 4 more liberal. And so I think a lot of the Republican hopefuls are looking at this with some alarm, because if Scalia is replaced by someone more liberal, then the decisions go very different way.
Okay, Thom, thank you very much for your time. Unfortunately, the line keeps dipping in and out, so we're not quite catching what you're saying. But Thom Brooks there, a Professor of Law and Government at Durham University, thank you very much for your time.